When I was first asked to speak, I was honored, I was humbled, until I heard I only had 4 minutes. I'm not sure how you honor a man with a 92-year legacy in just 4 minutes. Then I remember Dr. Danieley's public speaking tip. Stand up, speak up, and shut up. I met Dr. Danieley right across the street at a dinner for the basketball team that was hosted by the Elon Community Church. I'm gonna miss a lot. But what I think I'll miss most is the moment he would recognize me anywhere. I remember the first time it happened. I came back to Elon after my professional basketball season in Sweden ended. I don't think I'd seen him in 5 months, and due to the cold and overall stylishness, I'd replaced my formerly clean-shaven face with what you see now. As someone who sees so many people, I wondered if he would recognize me. As soon as he saw me, his eyes lit up. He stretched out his arms. He gave me a big hug. He held me by the shoulders. He looked me up and down. And he said, "Boy, that beard makes you look awful ugly." I would so look forward to those moments over the next 5 years. Every time I'd come back, he'd not only introduce me to others, but also give them the full rundown of where I'd played. When I finally retired from basketball, I was ecstatic to start working here at Elon. However, I did wonder if the magic would be gone, if his eyes would dull with recognition, and his hugs would grow softer over time. The exact opposite happened. Week after week, the excitement remained. At the games, at special events, it became our tradition. His sister later told me, "You know, Earl said Adam's interviewing for a job here. I really hope he gets it." Which is probably the best recommendation you can have when applying to a job at Elon, but I digress. I remember once when he moved to Brookwood that I told him that I was going to visit him. 3 people after that came up to me and said, "Dr. Danieley is really excited about your visit." There was a time I was asked to speak in a Newman Lumen series called The Company We Keep. This is a relatively small event. Yet sure enough, there was Dr. Danieley. I went up to him afterward and he said, "You know, I don't normally come to these, but when I saw you were speaking, I had to be there." I spoke to his daughter Jane sometime later, and she said, "You know, he really loves you." Dr. Danieley was a special man to me. He was also so genuine with everyone. The final time I saw him was during a night where volleyball was playing before the men's basketball team. I sat next to him, one to talk, but also I was massively paranoid the ball was going to come his way. When I had to step away for a minute, I asked Kenneth Brown to take my spot. I introduced the two of them and took my leave. Last night, I learned that Jane told Dr. D what I had done and why. He said, "Well, that's awful nice, but I really enjoyed talking to him too." It was that authenticity he showed to everyone that I'll remember forever. I had the privilege of interviewing Dr. Danieley earlier this summer. We talked about everything, from his birth to his time at Elon to present day. Needless to say, we were there for a while. My final question was a simple one. What do you want people to remember about you and the Danieley legacy? His answer was this: I want everyone to believe that here was an honest man and that he always did his best. Such simple words to describe an impactful legacy. And while I have many more memories and so much more I can say about Dr. Danieley's impact on me and everyone he touched, let me conclude by saying this undeniable truth about my friend. He was an honest man, and he always did his best.